Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Let me tell you a tale, dear viewers. Moments before I hit the go live button, a copyright claim for the last stream I did of this was denied. What content did they identify? Apparently someone's music sounds kind of like the ambient droning that exists around Silent Hill. So they copyright claim a video. That's theirs now. The system's great. Silent Hill Downpour! See, that's how you know I mean it. When I say it in this voice, that means it's absolutely true. Alright, anyway. What am I doing? I'm continuing is what I'm doing. That hype ghost is... I like that emote because it's very much like my impression of... Oh, what's going on? You know? It's like... Oh yeah, I remember I did this. And I said, I'm going to stay here so that next week I could go, oh yeah, I did this. See, it's smart. Tap the temple. Right, I believe I have done all that I can do around Silent Hill at this point. So what I'm going to do... Oh no, that fire's fine. I'll leave it. Don't worry about it. What are my buttons? Is that my run button? That's my run button. Have I got a map? Where's my map? I'll bet you I don't. Yes I do! Alright, let's continue along the route that I'm taking. It's a very Let's Play hangover that I need to be talking about something all the time. Not a moment of dead air on this here video. No sir, not me. But at the same time, I don't like doing that. But at the same time, if somebody can just decide that this is them, then I'm sunk. Can I see out? No, I can't. I was going to see if I could see outside the boundaries of the map. They thought about that in this instance. I thought that was a person! This game's very good at doing that, I'm not gonna lie. Just sort of... Oh, we're gonna spawn a person in over there. And you just have to deal with it.
Yes. May I help you?
I'm Murphy Pendleton. I received this letter today, but I think there's been a mistake.
Ah, yes. Mr. Pendleton. We've been expecting you. You were the only family we were able to locate. Your presence is very welcome.
Family? No, that can't be. I mean...
Bless you, child. I understand this must be very...
Bear me a second, I didn't open my notes. Alright, here we go.
We've checked the records carefully. And I assure you, there's no mistake. Please, come in.
Silent Hill doesn't make mistakes. Silent Hill's fine.
What the hell?
Language!
He died peacefully and is finally at rest. For that, at least, we can thank the Lord for his mercy. He didn't leave much behind, but his few personal effects are yours to claim.
What happened here? Was there an earthquake?
I'll meet you in the morgue in the East Wing, when you're ready. In the meantime, please feel free to look around. We're pleased that the good Lord has allowed us to carry out his work here at St. Maria's.
Hello, Todd. Thank you very
I'm
much
sure you'll find your
for
visit
the
enlightening.
lurk. That's cool. She's cool. So, that is a very Silent Hill scene We're like, hey, here's a character. They're a bit weird and off, aren't they? And then they leave. But I feel like it is also not very well written, because surely Murphy would be like, who is he? Who are you talking about? Who am I here to see? And I know the nurse is going to go, well, that's what they all say. Shock is such a terrible blight on the mind. But, yeah, we're talking like he should know something. And he clearly doesn't. So find out that information. Tuck me in, Silent Hill Downpour. Tell me a story. What am I doing? I am exploring. Yeah.
Where'd she go?
You can have fun with stuff like that. Actually, in this map, there's something kind of cool that you get to break like that. Well, thank you very much for a subscription. Nope, I was looking at the saving icon and thinking it was a thing. For whatever reason, that won't let you do your channel redeem, so feel free to do that now, if you so desire. What are you looking pensive about there, Murphy? What do you see? Who's there? I don't know. There you go. Another! Regrettably, I do not have any, so we can't open one, let alone another. But your continuing support of this nonsense is always appreciated. Oh, I remember this area. There's a really cool puzzle in this area. Like, a genuinely very, very clever one. This isn't it. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty nifty effect, I'm not gonna lie. This is also something I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty frustrating. Alright, close out that. Do a bit of that. Can I go back to that from here? Yes, I can. Okay. I'm going to grab that. Oh, I can't. Because I was going to say, look at this obvious trap. It's an obvious trap, run away! And that's why there's a little squeezy hole here. Because that way, the dolls won't follow you back through that, and everything is gonna be okay. With that, we can get through this door that we found. Look at that. That was pretty clever. I like that. That was a good one. Someone locked that door behind us. How dare they?
Hey there. Do you live here?
Sister said we're not supposed to talk to strangers. Oh. It's just you.
What's your name? Hey, Maybe you could unlock this door.
I hate it when the camera positions
you do
itself
that
behind
for
the
me?
bars, so it looks like I am the one who has been imprisoned by this scene. Sorry,
Pretty
Rex,
cool
just
car
I know
you
I
got
say
there.
that every time,
like cars?
but it's just...
Yeah, my little boy. He used to play with cars just like that. You kind of remind me of him.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Did you kill him?
What? No, of course not. Why would you say something like that?
Because she said you're the boogeyman.
Boogeyman? What are you talking about? Who said that?
She did. She told me all about you.
Why is she crying? Who is she?
I don't know. Just some girl. She's always sad, but she knows things.
What kind of things?
Repetition is soothing, it's the
Things
tism,
about the
alright?
boogeyman.
Don't you
Look.
worry about it.
I won't lie to you. Grown-ups tell kids there's no such thing as monsters, that the boogeyman's just make-believe, and there's nothing hiding under their beds. But that's a lie, because I've seen him. And I have a feeling you have too.
Like, it's the fact that he's holding on to the bars like that
the
as well.
boogeyman.
Just give him a board with numbers on it
Now,
at
what
this
do
point,
say
you
we
know?
Get out of here, all three of us.
Do you know the rhyme?
What rhyme?
She told me there's a secret rhyme that makes the boogeyman go away. If you say it fast enough, he can't hurt you. Do you know it?
No. But if there's a rhyme that can do that, I sure wish you'd teach it to me.
Then I guess she's right. You are the boogeyman.
Kid, look at me. I'm not a monster.
Not yet.
It's the children of the corn, Rixus, that's what it is. So, internally, that kid, his model and his textures and all that, they are referred to as young Murphy. I don't think the game actually explains who that kid is. He's just a boy who is here. There's also a mountain of additional content that we are not going to see because I don't have the time for it. About 9 or 10 different times, you can leave this room, go into the next wing. Excuse you. Go into the next wing of the monastery, leave and go back, and he has just some interesting things to say to you, and he's just like, hey, how's it going? I'm just a kid. Like, if you go through here, and then back out, and go talk to him, he says stuff to you, and it's different every time. And I have neither the time nor desire to do that, honestly. Is this the bit with the thing? This isn't the bit with the thing. We'll get to that. We will get to the bit with the thing. Ah, that's right. It's a Weston developed Silent Hill game. So this is just a straight line. A very Waverly straight line, but a straight line. That's just called old books. What is... Oh, what are you? Can I blow that up? Hang on. Old books from, like, the Old Book Company Corporation. I think that's what that says. I don't know. Just label something up as being the Old Book Company. Yeah, so, like, now, if we go back and talk to the boy, he'll say something different. And nobody really sees that, because there's no reason to go back and talk to the boy. That was pretty good. No reason to go back and talk to the boy until you learn the rhyme. Did I learn the rhyme yet? No, I didn't. What are you? Pretty damn sinister is what that is.
Hey, kid.
Stop all the downloading! Games have never been able to model kids, I don't think. Silent Hill 1 gets it alright with Cheryl.
What the hell?
But a lot of the times what they do is just, what if we make, like, an adult human, but shrink it down? Well, then it'll look like a dude, but small, which isn't really what kids are, you know what I mean? I have a recurring thing that happens in my dreams, right? Where we come to a stairway like this, and I go down the middle of it. And I catch this banister, which slows me down, so I can jump to this banister, which slows me down, so I can jump to this, and so on and so on and so on. And every time, lately, because I dreamt about this last night, and every time in my dreams I go, hey, this is just like in my dreams. Wait, I am dreaming, aren't I? And then I stand still and stop. Very much Pingu going, well, now I am not going to. You know? It's a bit like that. This game unloading bits of the scenery around me is...
That looks like a rhyme book.
Looks like a Bible. Murphy, what are you talking about? Just... bored. I'm not bored. That is a board. Is what I'm saying. Oh yeah, can I do this now? I genuinely thought that that didn't work. I thought I'd have to cut it down. There you go, because it didn't do one of those. That's clever! How do we open this door? Well, you know what we do? We'll pull the thing back. And we batter it open. With that button.
Almost got it.
And then the devs show that off by having it gently bump against the door, so you go, ah. Poem Fragment 1. Poor little Stephen Skelter, even the chaplain won't forget you. Forever lies your pleading cries, but Susie knows you felt her.
What? Two of the pages are torn out.
That barely rhymes at all. Oh, this is the bit with the thing. I think. I don't want that. Lethea! Ah! Hello! Oh yeah, it's the bit with the thing. Check out this cool tire swing. Look! There's something around here. Where are you? I hear you. Tire swing. Tire swing. Person. Tire swing. Tire swing. Person. That's scary the first time until you're like me when you start trying to figure out how to make it happen. Remember I did that in Ikai as well? There was like a body that moved around the room every time you looked away from it, and I'm like, "Huh! Huh!" game I have alternately heard called Grandmother's Footsteps. I know of it as What's the Time, Mr. Wolf. Fine, let's not go in there. I was gonna shut the door on you. It would have been hilarious comedy timing. But now that's happening. You're just gonna shut the door and leave, like you find the regenerators in RE4? That's a really good nope scene. Nah, you won't let me do that. This, that one in the middle, I feel like that's too good to be, like, an asset, if you see what I mean. I fully suspect that that's one of the dev kids who drew that. Like if I say, hey, tiny child, can you just draw like a little friendly person, and I'll put them in a video game. And you'll never be able to play it. That's outside again, isn't it? No, because that's a wrench. I like how I've got this cool gun, and I'm just refusing to use the cool gun. Do I need it? No. No, I don't. You couldn't have stashed that as like a sidearm? No. Sorry, kid. I forgot my gun.
Not gonna hurt you.
I feel like, and correct me if I am incorrect, I feel like we've switched genres at this point. Like, we've been doing a lot of, admittedly, quite Western horror at this point, but now, the game's like, alright, you know what, we're 80s. Now it's an 80s slasher. Here's kids singing rhymes. Here's... Is that a weapon? Oh, that's a weapon. Here's kids singing rhymes. Here's spooky children who want you to say, the rhyme, and that makes the guy go away. God, that one doesn't even help. This is just an incredibly dark room. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I was fully expecting that to just aggro the first mannequin. I'm just gonna shoot it, and then it'll get annoyed at me. Why is there additional noise? Happy Father's Day!
Reminds me of my own boy.
I'm sorry, did you just knock yourself out? I think that monster just knocked itself out. Alright, where is it? There it is. You stop that. And a first aid kit, because the game knows that you're gonna need it. No, don't lock yourself in with them, Murphy. Silly man. Which movie Silent Hill, You know, I have seen Silent Hill, the first one. I really liked it, right up until the very last little bit. There is... barbed wire shouldn't do that. And then I saw the second one, and the only thing I remember is Jon Snow and Pyramid Head, and they have like a sick lightsaber duel. And then I didn't see the new one because everything I saw of it made it look like an absolute farce. Here is James Sunderland. Why has he got the broccoli top cut? That's no. Come on. That went better in my head. I'm not gonna lie. You stop that. Now, you see what that was? That was a psychological play. Where she's gonna be like, oh, Dad, that guy threw his weapon away? He doesn't even need to fight me with it. That guy's scary. He uses alright pronouns and everything. Can I come home? It is bad at this place and I don't like it. The pip heel are mean to me. They hurt me and the medicine makes me feel sick all the time. I'm scared. Please come get me. Notice to all staff. In the future, all correspondence for patient whether ingoing or outgoing, is to be filtered through my office for my personal review. No exceptions. Robert. Where do I know the name Robert Bloch? Is that an author? Because I'm pretty sure that's related to Silent Hill 1 in some way. Like, I know Bloch is coming from Silent Hill 1. Although I could just be making that up.
That's more like it.
Now that's handy! Come on, Murphy, it was right there! If you're gonna be riffing on Silent Hill, at least get it right. And that's what I mean with, like, the 80s vibes. I don't feel like my Silent Hill protagonists should be riffing on things. Is that gun just... oh, that gun's just floating. What a good game. What a good and well-made game. It knows what's going on. Alright. Whatever it is, it's getting closer. And I don't like the sounds of it. Oh, yeah, this is the bit that's got, like, a genuinely very, very clever puzzle. And that's why... they had a fireplace poker a couple rooms back. I thought I was done grabbing railings. Apparently not. Ooh, oh! Come on, game, you can do it. I believe in you. But yeah, by all means, put that on the list of films to watch in the Discord, along with Airplane and Naked Gun. Again. I wonder if I'm going to need an axe in this level. They just keep throwing them at me, don't they? That wasn't the button. This is the button. Hansel and Gretel, Act 1. The stage is set. The lights dim and a haunting melody begins to play. We are transported to the classic tale by the Brothers Grimm. Lights on center stage. The curtain opens. The way home has vanished. We see the children are in a dark forest with unknown dangers lurking around every turn. The children enter. Oh, Hansel! The crows have eaten our bread! Worry not, I will watch over you. They come to a strange house. They mean to stay away, but it begins to rain. As thunder booms, the storm worsens. They creep closer to find the house is made of goodies. We can't solve that puzzle just yet. We can now solve the puzzle. I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to go through this door anyway. We can now solve this puzzle. Right. So, if you read the instructions, it tells you exactly what to do. So, step 1, the lights dim. Step 2, the melody begins to play. We modeled this gramophone thing and Murphy playing it, so we're going to use it in a non-optional puzzle. Butterfingers. What's next? Lights, center stage. Of course this is inverted. Why would this not be inverted? Thanks, Shire. And then we need the forest, which is you. Yeah, that looks like a forest. And then we need a lever. Oh, it's even labeled 1 and 2. So we pull that one second. And they find a strange house. It begins to rain. This is a rain machine. What it is just, as you can see there, some wooden boards which grate against metal planks. Wooden boards, a metal sheet, excuse me, not planks. And it's kind of an old-timey way of making a storm sound. And then another way of doing that is thunder. And by setting up the play in order, do you know what? This is something else that they sort of tested and foreshadowed in an earlier portion of the game when they did the theater bit. right? We programmed this whole going into a 2D space and becoming 3D thing. So now, just in case the players didn't find that bit. This isn't even the part of this game that I remember being absolutely miserable. That's, that must be coming next. Game, I can't see what's going on. Can I duck under that? That feels like I should be able to duck under that. Unless... Do I remember rightly? No. I thought there was like a woodcutter's axe down there, and you could cut your way through it. No. Alright, cool. Well, let's go get lost in the woods. What is the point of being able to run from the enemies if the enemies can stun you and force combat? Explain me this, game. Ignore that motion blur. That was so bad. Oh my god. Oh, no. Born Free is playing. Ignore that. I'm not dealing with that. Oh, no. Oh, God. Alright, oh, thank goodness it's not one of those. I was a little bit worried that this was going to be, like a slidey block puzzle. This is not a slidey block puzzle. This is a turny block puzzle. And I guess we have to make... Oh, yeah, make the little girl with the doll. Like the doll that we have seen previously about the balding. Is it you? I think it's going to be you, right? Yes, that's going to be you. And then you go like that. And then you go... That one? That one. Nope, that one's correct. So, all we have to do... well, your hat's wrong, for a start. And then you go like that. And then inside, we find a blackboard eraser. Anything else? Yes, poem fragment 2. Nowhere left to run, every fault laid bare in the open, along with your skin splayed out from within, once the monster has his fun. Where did you two come from? I'm not dealing with none of that. Get out of here. My favorite part of all of that was I could tell that... Can I go back in there or does it fall over? I seem to remember it falls over. It falls over. That's a funny touch. Anyway. I could tell that the problematic music had finished playing because it's because my OBS monitor. Right, where was that chalkboard? It's in one of the classrooms. Is it on my map? It should be on my map, right? That's gonna be the boy. Alright, let's see what's upstairs. Because I remember there is a point in this game, much like in Homecoming, there's a specific point that's stuck in my head, and I'm like, why is this like this? I'm not having fun with this. And that's, none of those were dropped frames on Twitch, by the way. That's just Unreal Engine 3 doing its thing. There we go, lock those guys in there. Every single time it happens, my eyes sort of flick down to the drop frame counter. I'm like, nope. That's the game. That ain't me. We're good. Incidentally, hi, people. Hi! We have a Discord. You should come watch it. It's a good Discord. We post memes. And you get to know when I'm going live. And not to brag, but I sent this one person some stamps, and it was like the best decision I've ever made in my life. Insomnia Aaron, welcome on in. Hello, hello. We are playing Silent Hill Downpour. I'm trying to remember where a puzzle item is. I can't remember where a puzzle item is. I'm going to have to go through this bat, aren't I? Not gonna lie, that was lame. I'm supposed to be afraid of you guys. Why am I not? Ha. So this is clever. This is kind of like Silent Hill, the first one, where you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put that bullet back in my gun. Like Silent Hill, the first one, where you had to open up a big lock on a fridge, and it looked exactly like that. And then you had to relock the fridge, because if you didn't, it killed you outright. I think that got everyone at least once. One second, Charlie. They didn't load the movement algorithms yet. All right, let's go.
Charlie! Charlie!
I quite forget what that accomplishes, but I'm pretty sure you have to do it. Yeah. Oh, that's what that is. We programmed that cool bit, and you have to look at it. Now you have to chase that little scallion rapper all around this building. Leave me alone, kid. New patient arrives today named something. Aged whatever. Comes to us with a number of interesting psychological characteristics. He displays marked impairment in the use of a number of non-verbal behaviors, most notably eye contact, facial expression, and body posture. He shows no interest in participating in simple social play, preferring instead solitary activities. Although they maintain Although a person maintains adequate speech ability, shows marked impairment in his ability to initiate and or sustain a conversation with others. Furthermore, he engages in the repetitive use of idiosyncratic language, as well as repetitive mannerisms. This person also has a persistent preoccupation with parts of objects. Further evaluation is required. Respectfully submitted, Chloe Zane. Kosaka, hello, hello. We're playing Silent Hill Downpour. It's one of the bad ones. A lot of that information is redacted, and I suspect it's A, because it's not important. See, that's the two reasons they do that. Because it's not important, or because it is important. Like, they could very easily go, you know, new kid is in town named Jim Spriggs. Here's their medical assessment. And go with that. But Jim Spriggs isn't a character. I just made them up, so why bother? Or they could go main character protagonists and is in this building, and then you know who it is. So, like, you gotta piece it together. What happens if I turn you on? Definitely. I didn't know if it was going to be like Three Dog, when, like, if the DJ dies, they just get another one. But, no. No. DJ Ricks isn't here anymore. You don't get to hang out with old Bobby Ricks no more. Let's go this way. I mean, that's always the tricky part in survival horror games, or any games at all, really, because I've tried my hand at writing games a time or two where you don't want to just hold the player's hand and tell them everything. But at the same time, at some point, you're going to have to tell the player, here's the plot twist, if there is one, right? And how do you do that? It's all about pacing and timing. This is what playtesters are for, or beta readers, if it's strictly a written endeavor. And in some instances, you can get away with spoilers fairly early. Molly was dead to begin with, right? Yeah, exactly, Empirical. That's the tornado room. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Something, the purpose of this letter is to offer our sincerest condolences for the tragic loss of your son on May the 2nd during his recent surgical procedure. Despite the best efforts by the attending surgical staff, extenuating medical complications impeded all efforts to revive him. We would also kindly remind you that this surgical procedure was legally authorized in the agreement you signed when your son was first admitted to our facility. Regretfully, Dr. Chloe Zane. See, they don't make TVs like that anymore. You can't take an axe to a current TV. It'll fall apart in your hands. Why don't they let me turn it off? Why don't they let me break it? They had to know the gamers were going to try and break it. Tornado, I thought I told you to stay in the other room. So, one of the things that this game grades you on is, did you attack the enemies? I have lost many, many points because, yes. Yes, I have. There's an achievement for completing the game without killing a single enemy. With the possible exception of the final boss. I don't remember. But, like, I feel like I'm okay to do this, right? Like, at that point, the monsters are crawling out of the ground specifically to get to me. I don't think I would be at fault there for fighting them off. Oh, yeah, it's this bit. This is the bit where I don't have fun. Is the note in here? Pretty sure there's going to be a note in here. Oh, it's like a pool cue. Alright, cool. After numerous attempts utilizing the latest in experimental treatment conventions, I feel that this patient shows no recuperative progress. In fact, I find that they've indeed regressed, and that any further treatment of this nature, regardless of intensity and or frequency, will be of no help in curing his strange social disorder. My recommendation is that full frontal lobotomy be conducted at the soonest opportunity. Now, there's a note somewhere in this game. I want to say it's in this room. It's possibly this one. Here we go. Notice to all staff. Please note that the western courtyard door is currently locked. That paper-eating neurotic brat went one step too far and swallowed the key. So how in the world does this sort of thing happen so often? Anyway, he's scheduled for a procedure later this week, and I plan to rectify the matter at that time. Until then, please bear with the inconvenience of walking all the goddamn way around just to visit our medical wing. I always appreciated that, because it's like, yeah, no, it's a hassle getting around here. Anyway, what you gotta do is you gotta take the gurney over here and launch it into this here X-ray machine. Was this game the Silent Hill game that was banned in Japan? Do you know what? I don't know. I conceive that it probably could have been, because it's got some very dark subject matter, but at the same time, so does Homecoming and Origins. I don't know the answer to that one, Kosaka. To address your other point, I have no issue with leaving things up to interpretation if that interpretation makes sense. And, this is why... And I'm going to address this when we get to the plot twist. In the spoilers, there's a plot twist. It's a Silent Hill game after Silent Hill 2. There's a plot twist. The plot twist in this game doesn't make a great deal of sense. And not explaining everything is great, because that can lead to being able to interpret things in many, many different ways. So, why is James fighting all the monsters in Silent Hill? Is he reenacting the bad thing over and over again because he really enjoyed doing it? Or is he kindly putting these horribly suffering monsters out of their misery? You know, and you can make a case for either. And the game goes, sure. Yeah, uh-huh. That one.
This won't be fun.
That went remarkably smoothly. Normally that goes on for way too long. You're digging around inside that thing and it's like, oh man, go away. Go away. Take heed, it's not too late. Mistakes needn't haunt you forever. Though you have regret, you can't just forget. You alone decide your fate. First one was
The rest of the rhyme.
late.
Wonder if that kid will let me through the door now.
But Silent Hill 2 gets away with being open to interpretation like that because the plot is always the same. It just doesn't outright state anything more than it needs to. So you can make the argument that James was like this, or he may have been like that. I am so lost. No, I'm not. Do you do anything, or are you just like a creepily untuned television? There is something subtly off with that, but I don't know. Seamless loading times, just like the Tony Hawks. You know the one, American Wasteland. That one. It still had loading screens. Anyway. What? I guess that door is locked now. Gonna have to find my own way down. Fine. I said fine. I'm not being crazy, right? That door is how I got down there. Did I pick up any other keys? No, right? I just came into this room. And this was the tornado room. Maybe not, because the stairs over there. Oh, I really hope this game didn't bug. My goodness, if this game bugged again, well, I don't know what I'd do. That door is just painted on. I hear you, kid. Where are you? I don't want to deal with you. Do you know what? That's probably why. Go find the kid and make the kid run away, and the kid will open that door. No, that's fair, Kosaka. They are fairly low down in my headset, and I don't want to turn the volume up because the game has an awful habit of going. Boo-doo! And like sudden loud noises. Not a fan. Not a fan. That would place the kid in this room. Listening to him. But hey, stairs. That's exactly what I needed. Alright. That is not exactly what I needed. Like, for its faults, I do appreciate that the game acknowledges... Maybe don't just barrel through doors, because you'll end up... Oh, that was pretty good! Look, there's a good mirror shot. Look at it. Hello, me. How you doing? Looking sharp. Nothing? Alright, fine. Yeah, that's not an exit at all. They do the classic mirror bit with this, where... That's just a copy of the room, with a copy of me standing in it. And, yes. This bit bugged me, I will say. That, like, you telling me we can't move that? That's a cardboard box. Stand this up. Move that. Oh, you gotta vault the wall. Go through the thing that we programmed. That's fine. Alright, fine. That monster had a door inside of it. Why not? Yeah, what you got? Give me the old 1-2. They never see it coming. Somebody, oh, I forgot to mute my phone. Somebody at work did that the other day. They, forgot to, put away one of the big delivery boxes and instead stood it upside down. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, swear to God, if somebody is hiding under that box, I swear to God.
Hey, I got the rhyme. I say it and you open the door. That's how it works, right? Hey, did you hear me? I said... Hey! Kid!
It's the Beast of Finland!
Get out of there! Come on!
Alright, come on, Murphy. What do we know that will solve this problem? You've literally just done... There you go.
Even the chaplain won't forgive you. Forever lies your pleading cries, but Susie knows you felt her shit.
I have always felt
For you, nowhere left for you to run.
this would serve well as a puzzle,
Every
right?
fault laid bare in the open.
Not that I wish to bring up the idea of heavy rain, but give me prompts. Even if the prompts are floating around my head, make me push buttons to try and remember what this rhyme is.
Take heed. It's not too late. His, mistakes needn't haunt you forever. He's just a kid, you son of a bitch! Though you have regret, you can't just forget. You alone decide your fate.
I also feel like if Murphy had spent 20% less time faffing around going, but the door, like Hollywood.
I'm sorry. So sorry. Charlie! Charlie! Oh, God. Charlie! Charlie!
Mr. Pendleton, I have to ask you to leave, sir. We've got everything.
Is that Sewell in the boat?
Where's my son? Where's Charlie?
That looked like Sewell in the boat. He shouldn't be here. He's a prison guard.
I don't want to be here. Let one of my officers drive you back to the command center, and we'll call you.
Where's my boy? Is he out there? Charlie! 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 Charlie!
Why did you hurt him? He never did anything to you.
Wasn't me. I didn't. I mean... Wait! Come back! That thing is in there! It's not safe. Shit.
I'm not a fan of QTEs generally, Kosaka. I am old and dull, I feel. But, it's happening!
Wait. Stop running. It's not safe.
That ceiling is cool as hell. Look at it.
Damn it, I'm not gonna hurt you.
But yeah, like at the very least, it would give you something to do during that scene beyond. So I'm in two minds about it, right? I genuinely think that Murphy's voice actor is doing a good job for a lot of this game, particularly when it comes to filler sounds. Right, so you hear him smack his lips or cluck his tongue or just and I genuinely think he does a very, very good job of that. But at the same time, this is some telenovela melodrama right here. I cannot take seriously screaming one's name to the skies, you know? Oh, hey, dude.
Wait.
Oh, something just broke. What just broke? Was it your positioning? I have to go back and look at that again. I'm gonna look that back on the video. The dust? Oh no! It's whatever that thing is. Can't break the camera by doing that. Alright, that's fine. So, Kazaka, this is one of the main things in this game. That thing is chasing us down. And it's not going to stop chasing us down until we escape from Silent Hill. How do we do that? I don't know. What doesn't help is like that. It has a massive AoE. And it's underneath me. Stop slowing me down there, game. also an interesting little bit of a look at the behind the scenes programming, I guess, of the game. Throwing those things like the cage just chunks
until you face the truth.
Throwing them into the path of the vortex doesn't count as a kill. Alright, what's the timing? Come on. Because as soon as I start sidling, you're gonna go. I hate that section so much! Because it is what is essentially a QTE, but slow, and you have to pay attention to the timing. And I always think that I have done. But then the game goes, no, you didn't do nothing. Alright, so what I believe we have to do here is just be like, yeah. I'm a cool guy. I'm a strong man. Look at me. Yeah. That's because it did do nothing! You just have to annoy that guy enough until he opens up the door for you. And then through we go! Have you ever played the critically acclaimed, successful game, PT? Because, oh dang, that's what this is. What you have to do is you have to keep going until you see this picture, because see that's got the girl in the hallway? I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Unless I got it wrong. Nope. 2 stairs. There you go. You see, not that one. A lot of stuff in this reflects punishment and death. So, you have got me, Kosaka. A lot of the stuff in this game, like, if you go to the wiki and the fan pages and all that, people have theorized that this means such and such. Well, that's great. Does it? Because, like, a lot of monsters in this game are just dudes. And that's really weird for a Silent Hill game. Especially when you consider, like, every Silent Hill game, not just the one you think I'm about to say, all of the Silent Hill games have enemies representative of something. And it always has done. Like, in Silent Hill, the first one, it was things that Alyssa is afraid of. Alessa is afraid of. Alyssa is a clock tower. reached for a drink, but then Murphy jumped down on his own. Let's play it safe, yeah? Yeah. And this is a similar problem to what Homecoming had, although that had better monster design than this one, I would argue, because they were monsters, and occasionally it was just people, but, you know, for the most part, it was monsters. And those monsters represented something. Certainly. And alright, fine. So, like, here's a good example, right? The invisible doll enemy, pretty clever design. The idea that you have to fight this thing. And only by defeating that thing can you overcome the doll enemies. But, like, what are they supposed to represent? Because I'm here, like, escaping from prison? Learning about my dead son? I don't know. Ragdolls are hilarious. But what on earth do... Did I just drop my gun? No, I stashed it. Good, I need that. Give me that gun. Give me back my gun! Nope, that's the way I'm supposed to be going. Okay, cool. The player is supposed to come to a conclusion. This game is hard because it doesn't give us a lot to work with. You are correct, friend. Oh wait, no, I jumped down here, so I can go back that way and find some more bits. Let's go. And if you think about games like Detention and The Coma, both of those games draw on... I think they're both actually Korean folklore for their monster design. It doesn't have to make a great deal of sense to me as an outsider, because it's a Korean monster. It makes sense to the target audience that, you know, this fat dude with a massively oversized head is running the market, because that's what that monster does. Of course it does. Nah, I don't want to deal with you right now. And it also works fairly well because in most of the other Silent Hill games, you're not entirely sure what you're looking at. Like the... Did you see that bug? There's a bug! It's bugged! Why is that prompt grey? Ah, probably because I can't do that. But still, that prompt should be green, not grey. Wild. Anyway, let's put some candles on the chandelier. And away we go. And then we use our lighter on each of those. And away we go. Now I believe we have to raise that, and then we can go again. So yeah, when you look at, for example, the enemies in Silent Hill 3 that are meant to be sperm, and I forget what their name is, but they're just these weird tadpole things on legs. And, like, you don't need to know that pregnancy and body dysmorphia is a big part of the game to understand that that just looks messed up. What is that? Hang on a moment. Let me just write down some notes. You've got Bill Cipher, Halo of the Sun, something from Dota, and Bill Cipher. Alright, cool. Where do I enter you? I don't know. Whereas in this game, the enemies are just dudes. Like the guy that we just fought. Yes, he's got the scary metal frame attached to his head, and he looks manic and like, yo, he'll cut you. But he's not. Oh, now I can close the door. Let's do that since it didn't work the first time. Let's do that since it didn't work the first time. But the enemies are not like the shambling monstrosities that you find in some of the other Silent Hill games. This bit is great. I think this section's fantastic. Because, like, it's a stage play. It doesn't really fit, like, being in the hell dimension of Silent Hill. Where was this when I was going up the, Oh, that's what I need this for. But yeah, like, where was this when I was going through the Hansel and Gretel section? But yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright. We need one of you. One of you. And then it was the Halo of the Sun. And then it was Dota. And then it was Bill Cipher again. That's also a weird directorial misstep. The fact that these... Oh, they didn't do it with that last one, but the fact that those bells were pitching up, that's funny, right? That's not just me, right? That sounds funny. I've seen a bit of Silent Hill, and, it'd be kind of cool to play it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna get anything specifically to play it. Oh, it's like an automatic door. It won't open if you stood next to it. Okay. I've seen that it embraces a lot of what I like to term the good Silent Hill games did. Where, like, yes, the game itself is kind of visceral and psychological and weird, but then you complete it, and you get to, like, put a stupid hat on your character.
Get away from her.
And then you play the game in stupid hat mode. You know, that's just silly. I like it.
Where am I? Why are you doing this to me?
Thank you for coming to shepherd your son home, Mr. Pendleton. I know it's difficult losing a child.
With
There's
all
some
due respect,
really, really
I don't
good
think
camera
you do.
work in this scene.
And like
I'm
I
just
already
saying,
told you, there's been a
it's
mistake.
great.
I buried my son years ago.
I understand, Mr. Pendleton. We all deal with grief in our own way. Shall we?
You know, I healed up, but I'm starting to think that Murphy just is damaged. You know what, Kasaka? You're not wrong, shall we? No.
Now, if you'll just sign for your son's body, you can take him home.
No! This isn't my son! This thing's a monster, a murderer!
Yes, well, I suppose that runs in the family.
What the hell are you talking about?
Don't you know, child? Have you wandered so far off the path to not even realize who you are?
What the hell are you talking about?
So often the answers are before us, Murphy. If only we allow ourselves to see them.
I actually don't know what she's talking about.
Why are you doing this to me?
Like, normally this is the bit where I drop a hint,
There
like,
were those
ooh,
who dwelt in darkness and in the shadow of death.
I'll reveal all later.
Prisoners in
No,
misery and
I don't
chains,
actually, no.
Because they had rebelled against the word of God.
If you're going to show the soles of your character's feet, why don't you texture them?
The Lord in their
I
trouble.
screwed up,
He
but
saved
I didn't
them.
That
see
just
any
looks
other
weird.
Them out of darkness
You
and
don't
the
know what it
shadow of
was
death,
like to
and
know it
broke
was
their
my
bonds
fault he
apart.
was gone. Every
You who
time I
seek God,
shut
let
my
your heart
eyes,
revive.
I saw Charlie's
For the
face,
Lord
and all I
hates
could
thee and
think
does not
was,
despise
that
his who
monster
are
is still
possessed.
alive, but I'll never get to see
Amen.
my boy again. Why are you doing this to me? What do you want? What I did to Napier didn't solve anything. Charlie was still gone, and I was stuck in prison. Everything spiraled out of control. It was my fault. I just want my life back.
Revenge is a long, treacherous road, isn't it, Mr. Pendleton? Where do you suppose it ends?
Well, I tell you where our revenge doesn't end in an unbroken cycle. Revenge is cool and sexy, and you should definitely do
If
it.
you want it. You only need to claim him as your own. You see? I knew you'd come around in the end. Welcome home, Mr. Pendleton. Glory be to God.
Back out a power slam! Anyway. What was that doing there? Missed that. It's the Irasai Maasai, everybody! Welcome on in. This is Gothic Lolly. If you're not following her, you should be. She is wonderful. I am under attack right now. So I'm just going to pause. And I'm going to do this. Oh, playing Resident Evil Requiem, a more recent and much better horror game than this one. Nah, Gothic Lolly is great. Friend of the channel, friend of Empirical Woodland, friend of me. Generally a really good, chaotic time. If you're not following her, I feel like you should be. Thank you very much for bringing your community over. Hello, my name is Cass, if you don't know. And we tend to do horror games on a Monday, although we're alternating between, like, horror games and slightly more fluffy things lately. This is not one of the fluffy ones. And then as long-form games midweek, it's Final Fantasy VIII currently. Having a lot of fun with that.
Charlie! Hold on, I'm coming!
And then whatever I want... Oh, it's just a hammer. Whatever I want on Casual Fridays, which is... Actually, I'm starting something new. It's one of the 17 games named Prince of Persia. Which one? Yes. Alright, so the way to beat this thing, you hit and run. Or, you know, just stand there looking at him. And when he takes a knee, what you do is you steal it. This is a... Look, that's some pretty good camera work, and I'm genuinely amazed that Unreal 3 is able to hold up to doing that.
Doesn't matter. They didn't bring you back. Nothing can bring you back.
It's not your fault.
I'm sorry.
Do you get it? The boat is called Freedom, and he reached out and he took it. Oh no, no, Kosaka. This is Unreal Engine 3. And like it particularly when you look at characters' hair, and it looks just like a Lego hat just popped on a dude's head. Did you go, oh boy. Unreal 3. Or like when a scene loads in and the textures load in 20 seconds later and you go, oh yeah. I remember. God, that's dark. While we are waiting, Gothic Ollie, if you need to go do the post-stream self-care stuff, I do know how that goes. Go take care of yourself. We've got another hour and a half left of this-ish, dearest viewers and raider friends, so stick around and just see what nonsense is going on in Silent Hill. We've already broken the game a couple times with some cool bugs. I'm sure there'll be some more. That one doesn't count. Oh, hang on. I think yeah, we've been here before. Because I went down there, and I went, oh, well, I guess there's nothing down here in the sewer system. That's their take on not having a sewer system. Okay. Well, let's push on. There is a little bit more that can be done in and around Silent Hill itself, but I think that I've done all of the interesting... Maybe like 2 things that I haven't done. But, P. Napier, you say? We've seen this van before. Time and time again, we have.
This looks like one of those weird paintings.
Ooh, now, this house, one of these houses has a little side quest that we can do in it. I'm going to say this one because it's got the light on. Most places in this game that you can enter just have a big old light source next to them. So let's... And a bottle of Evian on the shelf. Why not? That's just a photo.
Looks like this was a special place to somebody.
Do you get it? Just, yeah, it's like the thing they said in Silent Hill 2. Anyway. Is this the room with the thing in it? Or is this just here for a clue? Oh, jeez. I don't know what the answer is to this. You know, Empirical, I was looking at the scoreboard just now, and I'm like, what do you mean Empirical is bid leader? Well, because you made the sitting in the corner emote big, right? Because I needed to sit in the corner because of something stupid I said. It's hard to keep track. A lot of what I say is kind of stupid. So, there you go. Thank you for making a massive emote. Especially sitting in the corner. It's kind of a fun one. This is not the room that I'm thinking of. Oh, not because of something that I said. Well, that's a surprise, honestly, and I'll take it. Because I do say a lot of silly things sometimes. Genuinely, which one of these houses has the thing in it? Because this is the dock, right? And this is like just where you get to the next area. Yeah, it is. And I can just go do that if I want. And I kind of don't. I mean, I might do. Because it's the next area. Oh, no, that's right. So, this is the end of the Ribbons side quest. I forget where you find it, but there is a note somewhere that says every time you see a yellow ribbon, turn left. Every time you see a red ribbon, turn right. And there you go. That's the end of the Ribbons side quest. There's supposed to be a note there, I guess because I didn't find the first one, which is good, because that note is gross, quite frankly, and I feel it does the game a disservice to actually include it. This goes back, actually, to what Kosaka was just saying. It is occasionally better when the game just doesn't explain stuff. Because what happens is, plot-wise, in terms of the Ribbons side quest, the parents set up the Ribbons to direct her child home. But what they actually did was like, oh, turn this way? Okay. And walked her off the pier. Into the lake, drowned, washed away, gone. And I think the game would honestly do a lot better to not then include a note next to the ending of the quest going, Hortensia Q. Bad Parent, did murder my child on this day, for I am sick of dealing with them. Hence, being a bad parent, as is evident in my name. And, like...
Poor little guy.
You could have just left me to it. You know, you could have just let me to infer it. You didn't need to explain this to me. But it did, because this game has no patience for the player inferring anything other than exactly what it... Oh, look, there you go! Get Unreal 3'd. Okay, where is the art building? I think I have enough to go and find the treasure chest now. And if I don't, well, I'm going to go back to the art building anyway. Why can I get into the sewer system? What's the... Oh, no! That right there, that's the noise that gets claimed as copyrighted. I guess this video is going to have to get partially muted as well. Also, Riven mentioned. Good job. Where's FKL when you need him? Oh, I know what you are. You are a loading screen, which should take me back to somewhere, right? This should take me into a subway station. Nope, because I didn't unlock this path yet. Alright, fine. I guess that's what I'm going to get by giving the guy that fishing rod. Yeah, Pleasant River, Station 3. On we go. So, when I was younger, I say when I was younger, like a teenager, I got a copy of Myst. Because it was cheap, first of all, and most importantly, but also, like, everybody knows of Myst, right? And everybody goes, oh, Myst? Revolutionary game. Bloody good puzzle game, Myst. And I solved the first puzzle. As in, I worked out the projector. And I worked out how to find a message in the projector. And then I found my way to the first, like, world in Myst. And then I got hopelessly lost. Like, irretrievably lost. And I looked up a guide. And the guide said things like, anytime you hear this particular metal sound, you need to make a right turn. Anytime you hear a ceramic sound, you need to make a left turn. I'm like, how was I supposed to learn this? How could I have inferred that? Where did the game tell me this? What's happening? No! I need that. You are only to be thrown into a pit. Not down the street, thank you very much. And we've fed the pit, as is tradition. So everything is fine. Oh, Queen Burger. Silent Hill has its own burger chain. I keep forgetting. Hey, Rixers, you saw it. I've tried a couple of times to throw my axe at the enemies, and the enemies have just whiffed. Completely whiffed. It didn't go anywhere. Is the art gallery listed on this map? No. Well, that's fine. We have two things that we can turn in, and then we're going to go and we'll go find the boat. And yeah. All right, police station. bank. There is something you can do at the bank. Honestly, it is not worth doing the thing in the bank. Oh my god, no. Basically, you go in, and it's just waves and waves and waves of the Screamer enemies. And I think some of the big brawler-looking dudes. And you get some first aid kits and ammunition at the end of it, which would be great if I hadn't used that. Yes, he's seen me! One of the things that I like about this game is that occasionally the enemies just don't, you know? Like we saw it in the last stream, there were a couple of instances where there was just an enemy standing on the street corner glaring at me, and that was really, really effective, because it made me jump. And also, reasonably, you could sneak past them, and it's fine. Now then, is this the subway that I need to go into to give the guy the thing? Chastain Heights. No. It's not. So let's keep going. This is where we started, by the way. We've come full circle. And let's continue onwards. Anytime I see this pit, I want to throw the axe into it. I want to repeat the bit. It was only funny the first time because it was accidental. Is that rain? As an Englishman, you'd think I'd be good at recognizing that, but I don't know about that. Now, pretty sure this will let us get back to the subway that I need to go to give Homer his fishing rod. And then I can go find the art gallery. This is something else I like about this game as well, that it very slowly opens up the town of Silent Hill. Because obviously that's the problem with an open world Silent Hill game, because what is to stop the player from just going to the end? Quite simply put, you just don't let them. Put a door in the way, and there you go. You can't. Excuse you.
Will this do?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do just fine. Go and show me that map one more time. There you go. That's all I have to show you. Good luck, friend. Hope you find your way home.
Why did that sound really passive-aggressive? Anyway. Through we go. Oh, that's what you want me to pick up. Alright, cool. Now, where is Art Gallery? I think it's that one on Lansdale. I'm not sure. I'm also really, really hoping that I have all of the pictures, but I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll find out now, won't we? Is it this one? Well then, why is there a light on in the door if I can't go in the door? Because, like, typically that's how this game has done this, where there's a light on at the door or a light on over the window, and that's your clue that there's something in here. Maybe you should go and take a look at it and find something. Ha. Maybe it's here. What is the most I have spent on a Too Good To Go bag? I think £5 is the most that I've spent on a Too Good To Go bag, and that's gonna be from Starbucks. Because generally speaking, if you go to Starbucks, you get fed. And, like, if they throw in a cinnamon bun, then that bag has paid for itself, my friend. What is the most that I would spend? £5 is pretty much the upper limit of that. Let me see what I'm doing, please. Here we go. Aha, here we go. Alright, everybody, let's go. Oh, am I missing one? I'm missing one. No. You go there, right? Yeah, because then you're next to that. And then you go like that. And like that. Unless, just scoot you out the way. You do a little bit of that? No. Nope, I am missing a painting. Oh, how annoying. However, that makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? So what if I do that? Then what? Well, I'm still missing a piece. I mean, I can see where the X marks the spot, and it's over here. But the game won't let me do that. think I'm going to have to, or would have to, find the last painting in order for this game to tell me, hey, here's the deal. But I don't... Nah. Well, what we'll do, we'll go see if we can take a look at the place where that is, and if it will let me do the next part of this, and if it will, grand. If not, I'm gonna go get on a boat. We've got the thing, and it says freedom. We are gonna get on the boat, and we will be home free. And I will maybe mute. Because, you know, Born Free is probably going to be playing again. So here's the thing with that, Rixtrus and Empirical Woodland. London is crazy expensive, just in general, and I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of throwing that axe anyway. And this is what Zashilato was saying when the two of us went to London for a day. I had an interview and they were just checking out the anime stuff. And we went to Koko Ichi Curry, which is genuinely a really, really good curry place, right? And the feedback that they gave to them was, please, please, oh please, oh please, open up more instances of Koko Ichi Curry. This place is great. Parentheses, you... Something's breathing in my ear. But yeah, they were saying, like, you cannot be charging London prices anywhere other than London. It's weird. It's like its own little economy. And it's one of the reasons I'm not keen on the place, because people will... Hello, Sloth! How we doing? Hope the answer's good. But, yeah, no, like, Zashilto and I, we went for dinner, and it was about £30 a piece. Are you kidding me? I would consider that, like, a fancy restaurant of sorts, not just a quick bite to eat for dinner. No. So the £17, £25 good-to-go bags, I can absolutely believe it, because that's original content. £20,000 for a sandwich. I don't know what I would consider to be like the absolute most that I would pay. Universe has been stopping you from streaming. You checked your tarot and it's like, you should take a break at least. If you wish to put that to streaming, I suppose. Because you were looking at doing House Flipper, right? And I would have tuned in for that, except I was locked out of my house. Which brings me to the title of today's stream. I got Reverse Silent Hill 4 today, and oh boy. Oh boy. I have a map of this place. I sure do. Alright, so where I need to go is this way. Taking this shovel. The universe wants me to have a shovel. You know what? Fair. That is kind of rude of them. And nah, nah. Take care of yourself. Take that time for yourself. And yes, we will catch you on another stream. Now, there is supposed to be a newly opened building over here, and in that building, there is a thing. I suspect it's this one. Yeah, you go down those steps over there. And down there, you have to go, like, answer some puzzles, and you get a tomahawk as a reward. Pretty good weapon. Not like the one in Silent Hill, the first one, my god. Yeah, DG has been mentioning that, like, you... Bird? I miss a bird? Oh, yeah, the weapon. There's a side quest in this game. You have to find and free various birds in cages. Do you get it? Because it's like breaking out of jail. And I thought you had seen one that I had walked right past. It's fine. But yeah, no, DG was mentioning that, like, one of the reasons that their streams have been spotty and sporadic is because occasionally the internet says no. What you gonna do? You are beholden to whatever the internet provider says, and if the provider says no, well, then you can just deal with it. Alright, where am I going? I'm going to the docks. Where are the docks? Yonder! Well, for what it is worth, Sloth, I am happy to show up and chill and watch you stream when the universe permits it. Both for yourself and for myself. In my case... yeah, so... I went out for my run first thing this morning. Cool, got back in, had my shower cleaned up nice, everything's great. And then I had to go to the shops. Just grab a few bits for my dinner. What am I going to cook today? Here's what I'm going to cook today. And then when I got back from the shops, the front door lock had broken. Like, completely. Just the internal locking mechanism had completely severed. The key was just turning and turning and turning and not doing anything. And, like... I have been reverse Silent Hill forward. I am trying desperately to get into my house. But the universe says no. That's some pretty cool raindrop effects right there. And, like, because it's a bank holiday today, I ain't getting hold of my landlord easily. And when I do, he ain't getting hold of any workmen easily. So, yeah, I was locked out of my house for like 2 or 3 hours. Wild. I thought there was a little a single room side quest in there. But apparently there's not. So who knows? Question. Question. Nope. In Silent Hill 2, you can walk James backwards off a ledge or sideways, and he has a high chance to just trip. Just fall flat in his ass. It's the funniest thing. I did it on the way up to the final boss one time. Like, alright, I'm gonna go get this final boss. Trip, thud. It's cool, nobody saw it. I'm gonna go and get the final boss now. No. No, pick it up. I want that. But we got it sorted, and thankfully they didn't need to change any of the locks. So, you know, people who have stolen copies of my keys when I wasn't looking, they're still valid. You can come in and touch my stuff when I'm not here. Just put it back when you're done. That's a really creepy thought. Don't do that, actually. Nobody come into my house. Thanks. Bye. It's not you, is it? Nah, that's just a really well done door. See, this is the kind of thing I appreciate with this game as well. Silent Hill, the place looks great. This is the sort of like, what is the purpose of this little walkway? There is none. So why model it? Because it makes the place feel a bit more, you know, full than not. And it's great, actually, thanks. I didn't want that anyway. Where's my boat? I'm gonna get my boat and I'm gonna leave. It's gone for like a little bit. Until it respawns. Maybe I have not gone far enough. Bob is our name for Link. Every time we play a Legend of Zelda game, the little guy is called Bob. So currently Empirical Woodland is playing through the Legend of Bob, the Time Whistle. And because he wanted to get through some of the 3D ones before getting back to some of the 2D ones. Which I don't fully get, because everybody thinks that Time Whistle is like, oh, that's the best one. I'm partial to Spooky Mask, but either way, it's a 1-2 punch, right? It's hard to go wrong. Empirical, do you at least shorten it to Babs? Because that's kind of a funny one. Yeah, you see what I mean? That's real. Oh, that guy T-posed. That was less scary. But you see what I mean? Where those guys just emerge from the shadows? That's really good and, like, ambient and spooky. And I think the game's really, really good for doing stuff like that. But, you know. Only Babs to her friends. Fair enough. Although I'm going to be honest with you now, Empirical Woodland, you've just put in mind the idea of Princess Zelda having Barbara Windsor's laugh, which is equal parts hilarious and horrifying. This is just gentle rain. This is fine. I'm not overly worried about this one. I've absolutely missed a map someplace, because that will oh, now it's thundering. Because the map will tell me, hey, go over here, and that is where to find the... Alright, lads, have you seen my boat? I want my boat. I've got to get past them again in order to get back, back down here, haven't I? Yeah, see, look at them. They know where I'm at, and they're just walking towards me. And going all wiggly-like. I thought they had just despawned. No, they backed off. Good. Leave me alone. Like we were saying, we sometimes get a little silly with the names as well. Hence, Time Whistle. And Spooky Mask. Yeah. Alright, you best not be following me. I will stand here looking all moody on the pier until everything stops. I thought that was a hint at the UFO ending. There's not a UFO ending in this one. There is a gag ending in it, though. The birthday party ending, it's very funny. Yeah, what's this guy's name? Murphy is this guy's name. And he wakes up in prison. And there's a birthday cake. And Pyramid Head shows up and cuts it with the great knife. And everyone just goes, surprise! And... oh, it's ever so funny. And he just goes, aw, you guys. Alright, so we can't go that way. So what if I just continue north on Rice and then go back that way? Sloth, that's just me when my mind wanders off. What are we thinking about? It's just like stuff, I guess. So how on earth do I get over there? I don't know. I might have to look this up. Do I want to look this up? Because surely the next step of the game is go find the boat and leave. That's why we have the boat key. Wait. Haha! Who remembers Silent Hill 1, everybody? I sure do. And also Shattered Memories. Gotta go operate the drawbridge, probably.
Another shadow symbol. But what does it mean?
It means that I don't have the key for that one. Oh no, oh no. I hear that police chatter on the radio. Where are you? Where did you spawn in? You know what? I don't believe I did call it anything to do with Shattered Memories. You'd think, right? But no. Well, there you go, everybody. 3 separate Silent Hill games. Where a significant puzzle is lower the drawbridge, though. Oh, now hang on. Hang on. There is, I do believe, a little bit of an Easter egg around here. Yeah, you see this truck right here? That is Travis Grady's truck. The most important character in the world, according to Silent Hill. They retroactively put him in 2. He's in Origins, and the movie, and Homecoming, and he's in this. No, this is the house, I do believe. Yeah.
Wait, what's wrong with this picture? Something change?
Ha 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 ha. What's wrong with this picture? Well, actually, that one doesn't count because I heard the drawer open. Alright. Oh, I didn't realize you could cheat it like that. You just look at the... I need to look at that painting. Is that the Hans Resistum? Surely not. No, the fan is on. That's right. Wall lights on. That light's off. Oh, the candle. Bit of a behind-the-scenes thing with this game. There's an invisible enemy standing right here in the corner. It goes away when you solve this puzzle, and the mirror breaks. And if you spend too long trying to solve this puzzle, it gets you. It comes out and starts swinging. And then, oh no! Although, if you it's only a model. The patient is a young Caucasian woman, age 20, of good physical health with no abnormalities in her medical or mental health history. She initially came to my office after a recommendation from her family doctor complaining of insomnia, exhaustion, and depression. Subject recently lost a sibling, older sister, but refuses to divulge further details. After further interviews, I have diagnosed the patient as suffering from acute obsessive-compulsive disorder. Patient describes recurring nightmares, anxiety, fits of anger, and panic attacks stemming from the irrational belief that if she does not conduct mundane, repetitive rituals around her home, the people in the mirror will cause her physical harm. Sending recommendation to the patient's GP that she is suffering from OCD along with possible schizophrenia, advising further tests and possible antipsychotic medication. Dr. Ari Richmond. See, the joke was, she was right! There is something in the mirror, and it's not out to get you. I knew the mirror house was on this street on the way to the boat. I just forgot where. Alright, away we go. I don't know, Empirical Woodland, are you a Caucasian female around the age of 20? Because that's what the sheet said. Now, if memory serves, this is the point of no return. That's not if memory serves. But if memory serves, yeah, there you go. The last little bird is hanging around right here towards the very end of the game. Bye! And then we made it to the spooky tree, where that guy is. I will say that
Charlie.
you will not deny me my free bird solo. Anyway, that's the boat from Homecoming. Not really though, because it had a cabin. But yeah, here we go. You know, Empirical, it is not my place to question or to doubt. In this house, oh no, oh no. Okay, there we go. It didn't let me use the key on the boat. I was so worried. In this house, we do not obey the gender binary. We are dressy, and we are fancy, and we like pink, and thanks. So maybe you can be such a thing. This might be an argument that I have had with my mum many a time. They can be singular.
You gotta be kidding me.
Shush.
Did you really think it could end like this?
After everything you saw back there, everything we've been through, you think going back to prison is all that's at stake here?
We're not going to Wayside.
What are you saying?
Turn the boat around.
Are you out of your mind? We're free. When we reach the opposite shore, I'll go one way, you can go the other. It's that easy.
We've got unfinished business, you and I.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, and honestly, I don't care anymore. There is no way in hell I'm going back.
It wasn't a request.
We've both just been through hell. Haven't you been paying attention?
No, you haven't been paying attention. You think this is all an accident? Just a big coincidence? This town, it knows me. It showed me things. It wants me to finish this. Don't you understand? It'll never let us go until we finish what we started. What you started.
told you. I'm not going back. You might as well shoot me.
Fine.
I respect that. Not gonna lie. Arden Slacker, hey, hello, how are you?
How's it going, Murph? Heard you're gonna be leaving us soon.
What do you want, Sewell?
You weren't thinking of leaving before you paid back my favor, were you?
Napier.
What am I talking about? Of course you're gonna keep your end of the deal. You're a real stand-up guy, Murphy. Parole report says so right there in black and white. A model prisoner, right?
You're a real jam-up dude.
Sure would.
Who are
be
you to
awful
talk
if they
about El
found out
Dandy?
about what you did to that child bugger and bastard, though, wouldn't it? I mean, shit. That would ruin everything, wouldn't it?
What do you want me to do?
What you're good at, of course. Ridding the world of monsters. I got another one for you.
Who is it?
Don't worry yourself about the details, Cupcake. Just take out the garbage like you did before and we'll be square.
When?
There's gonna be a little disturbance tonight. The other guards and me are gonna have our hands full, so no one
Shut
can
up,
notice
I'm
when we
trying
go
to
down the
sleep!
showers and find your guy waiting there, just like last time.
And then?
Oh, I think you know what comes next. Unless, of course, you're thinking of breaking our deal.
Like, legit, are we just having
And
this
this
loud
other
discussion out in the middle of a
He deserves it?
public
Oh,
cell
Murph,
block?
You have no idea how bad he deserves it. Hell, I only wish I could do it myself. So, what do you say, Cupcake? You gonna play ball?
I'll take care of it.
Hopefully that doesn't count. It's on the thing that if we sing it badly enough, we don't get picked up by the algorithm or whatever the hell the thing is that tells me that, hey, that was Born Free is what that was. Sloth, thank you very much for the Freebird solo. God, such a good solo. Has anybody seen or is aware of the Apex Twin video Rubber Johnny? Legitimately, that monster is supposed to look like Rubber Johnny.
Will we allow ourselves to see them?
Like that is a very deliberate and intentional design choice from the people. Rix, just one of the family quiz rounds that I did was actually no, I don't think I did do it with my family. Anyways, look, we got nothing in our inventory anymore. All of my stuff. One of the ones that I did was it was the pub sing around from Shooting Stars. So it would be like, hey, name this tune. Yeah, Shazam that. And it only really works as a bit on the TV show. I can't remotely do it well enough to justify it, but like, that's a very Victorian roof. Look at it. That's a train station. My God. Rick's just has seen this train station. Sit down when shots are fired.
I might be able to cross over on this.
I'm going this way because that looks like progress, and I don't want to make progress right now. I'm gonna go this way and dink around. You guys know how much I like dinking around. No talking during movement, walk in a single line, stop at the end of each hall.
door must be open from somewhere else.
Aw, dang it. Guess where it's opened from? The room that I just unlocked by pushing down the I-beam. Well, there you go. I really like the framing, Murphy. I really like the framing of this bit because you're focusing so much on trying to cross the bar that when the game just starts spawning models in and out.
Come on, Murphy, hold it together, man.
It's just wild that they do that. Overlook Penitentiary, because we care. What's that say? No member of prison guard squad may leave the prison without the direct consent of his commanding officer. Internal use only. I have to wonder about the... that's the same dialogue as before. I have to wonder about the logistics of that, because it's like the hotel map in Silent Hill 2. Do hotels have maps? Because I've never been in such a place. This person is a male, however many years old. He is serving a sentence for something and this. He appears to be in excellent physical health. We briefly discussed his past as well as the events that led him to his incarceration. He maintains a soft-spoken and somewhat introverted demeanor, yet appears to be cognizant of his crimes and able to serve his sentence without causing any trouble or displaying resistance. For these reasons, I recommend he be approved for placement in general population. Respectfully submitted by Dr. Wayne Sarah.
You don't need these anymore, do you?
Oh, yeah. I remember this. This is a very clever puzzle. So look at this. We got these fellows. Got Abraham Lane, Bradley Lehman, Brian Purcell, Jerry Redford, Murphy Pendleton, and Marty Kaysen. How on earth do we know what our prisoner number is? How can we possibly figure out what our prisoner number is? OP11752. So, what we then do is we go to this. Oh, it's the Wi-Fi in my house, Lady Mappy. It's really, really good. And everyone out on the street here is being really polite and just keeping quiet, you know? Alright, so what do? You turn everything. You turn yourself by 2. You turn by 2. You turn by 1. So you are going to go to there. And then... Man, I've forgotten what number I'm trying to get to. What does that say? Oh, I thought it said insert cope. Insert code. 11752. One, 11752. Bronze. $25 and a small key. Amazing. And then pull out my gun! The shotgun is absolutely brilliant in this game. You know we found the big monster by the lakeside? 3 hits with a shotgun and he's gone. I'm gonna stick to my axe though. Axe is great. You know what it is? They're just in awe of me using this controller with my little flippers, which make little boob flippers. And well, that guy clearly knows what he's doing. Everything is fine. Do you know what? I'm just going to keep the brightness up for this one. It'll look a little bit washed out, but hey, the entire game's going to look a little bit washed out. Is that as difficult as it sounds? Initially, but like if you have a degree of control, you can learn to do it. Like, especially when they're all stubby. Look, they just come across my tummy like this. And you can't see the controller, even. It's invisible. Is that pipe gonna fall? No, the barrier's gonna fall. I was convinced that was gonna fall down. And the game was gonna say, no, you can't go that way. No, you can't go that way. I should stop shaking the camera. It's really disorienting when people do that. Sorry. Wait, was that me? Was that one of Murphy's screams? It could well have been, because we have been dropped down at least 2 elevator shafts, right? Oh yeah, absolutely fine. So don't even worry about it. Like, you see, look, we're continuing on. We can... I mean, we can see the bottom, so everything will be fine. Why are we worried? I'm not worried. Are you worried? That's clever. No, Lady Mappy, that's been my general criticism thus far. We have seen 4 enemy types thus far. 3 of them have been just dudes, and the 4th one was like a big dude. Like a big triangle-looking dude. Not the triangle man you want. Triangle Man was too cool to appear in this game in anything other than the special ending. Murphy. Forgiveness? You have the balls to ask for forgiveness? How can I possibly forgive you when you destroyed everything I had left in this world? Every time I look at you, all I can see is his face. I only ever asked one thing of you, and that was to be a good father to our son. You failed me, Murphy. You failed me, and you failed Charlie, and now there's no way we'll ever have him back. Don't call me, don't write, I never want to see you again. Carol.
Carol. Where did they get this?
I will say this for the game. They do loading transitions like that. That was damn slick. Just meshing two rooms into one and just loading one out from underneath you. That was great. Alright, so here's our next enemy type. A dude. Yeah. I wish this series wasn't known, in fact renowned for some of its monster designs, because it'd be embarrassing if this was just a bunch of dudes. Oh yeah, Sloth, the guy in the suit, that's my favorite Batman villain. Not as cool as the guy in the suit, or the guy in the suit, or the guy in two suits, or the guy in the suit. But the guy in the suit, he's the best one. I'm being facetious. I'm gonna fight this guy. What you can do is you can run away over here. And for some reason that guy will grab that and do that. Don't worry about it. Can I get in there? Oh, the pain! Oh, the pain of it all. Yes, it was! Loading screen, shut up. That was great. So I touched on this a little earlier, Lady Mappy. One of the things that the Silent Hill series is good for is really, really good monster design. But also really, really good monster design that relates to the game at hand. Can you explain to me what exactly this dude is? Like, what does he represent in terms of Murphy's psychiatry, right? It's like the lying figures come to mind, right? What do the lying figures represent? Well, they are clearly human, but not all the way there, and they're very clearly feminine, but then there's something wrong with them, and they are literally trapped in their own skin. It's Mary, right? That's just a dude. Although, Sloth does make a very good point. Prisoner B. I guess I never thought about it like that. Thank you. That's on me, frankly. No, I don't want to access it. I want to... Fine. I just want the bullets. Is that too much? Is that a crime? Oh, hello. That was pretty cool. Although, honestly, it mostly just makes me think of The Suffering. Any prison horror setting makes me think of The Suffering, which is... I'm never streaming it. I did a Let's Play of it. I'm very proud of it. And I spoke to the devs. But I'm never streaming it. It's... brutal. Well, so there's the thing, Sloth. One of the endings to this game... No. One of the plot twists to this game is that Murphy didn't kill anybody. Murphy didn't do anything. I don't know that I'm on track to get that one. We'll find out. But, like... If that is the case, what am I doing here? See, one of the things I like about The Suffering is something that you very rarely see in a horror game. There is no point in that game where Talk is not in complete control of the situation. Like, maybe he gets knocked over once or twice, but for the most part, he's just like, oh, okay, what am I killing this time? Big thing with a gun? Well, cool. I, too, have gun. And, while I do not like the sequel as much, because it kind of tramples on a lot of what the initial game established. Do I have a door anywhere? Where's my door? A solid question. I don't like the sequel very much, because it tramples on a lot of what the first game establishes, but it is incredibly well written, because there is a path for every morality combo. If you start the game, if you start the sequel with positive karma, and end with negative karma, there's plot and dialogue for that. If you start good and end neutral, start bad and end good, straight neutral all the way. It's really well written. Babe, well, another day, another letter from this hellhole. It's been 8 months now since I got locked up. Seems like things only get worse. I know some rough guys on the outside, but none of them come close to the freaks in here. I'm talking stone cold fucking killers. And some other things. And the worst are the guards. I swear there ain't a straight one in the bunch. Just assholes with badges who get their rocks off knocking around the inmates. I'm not reading the rest of that. You can see the verbiage here. I read. Sloth, you're a space person? How do you become space person? How do I get over there? Up, over, and down is how we do that. Is this like how I'm Ditto? NASA is streaming right now. Ooh. Let's go raid into NASA. Hello, CPC Gamer. What were you doing? Something bright and hopeful and cheerful for the future, just like what we're doing? Oh, quite the opposite. Ooh, gun. I've just noticed the time. Thankfully, I didn't overrun, talking about raiding out to people. You know what I need to do? I need to go up, over, and down to get to that door. How do I get to that door? I don't know. Because it's that door, right? How do I get to that door? I want to get to that door, and then that'll be the save point. And then next time, we'll come back, and I will go over there through that door. Can't cross back over, can I? No, right? That whole thing fell down. Am I an idiot? Do I just go there? Surely I don't just go there. Well, if you jump off the ledge, it's down into the pit, and we don't want to go into the pit. What I think we need to do is, like, go around back up again. And you can't trust that that arrow is glowing, because that could just be a reflected texture painted on the wall. No. Murphy, you stop doing that. It's like, I don't really need none of that. Empirical, why would you do that? Bug Pokemon aren't very good. Just in general, there are some adorable little boys. Like, you could get yourself a good boy stable going if you want to talk about bug Pokemon. But, no. Okay. Okay. You know how I talk about that there Silent Hill 2? This is probably the most raw and naked we just want to be Silent Hill 2 section. Let's see if I can just demonstrate this. Alright. Can't be going that way, because I've got weapons and stuff.
The guards can pass their sidearms through that window.
So what you have to do is pop your stuff down over there. Open the door. And then you can pass through the metal detector, unbothered, collect your stuff, and away you go. Remember Silent Hill 2? When you get to the basement of the hotel, and it's just raw panic? What's through there? I don't know. We'll find out in the next stream. Remember when you get through Silent Hill 2 and you get to the basement and it's raw panic because you are fumbling around in the dark for, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes without your kit? And what if a monster finds you? Exactly, Sloth. You know how it goes. Here, You put your stuff down, you pick your stuff up. They didn't get it. Did not understand homework. Here is the ending screen. The polar opposite to the game we have just been playing. I love this cheerful music. It's so nice. Who go say hello to? Scooby is playing Ratchet and Clank, and that's one of the games that Wolf really likes. So let's go say hello to Scoob. No stream for the next couple nights because I have got many closes this week. It's ridiculous how many closes I have. But come back Friday for Final Fantasy, and then coding over the weekend. Yeah? Yeah, come back for that. Thank you very much for the raid, Gothic Wally. Thank you very much for your sub, Wolf. Thank you very much for the bits of Purple Woodland. You guys are great. And yes. Until next time, goodbye.